Hello everybody and welcome back to Tin Can. As always, I am Dor, and today we are doing the 20-minute run again, and I think for sure we're going to go ahead and complete this. So in between episodes here, I was informed on how to go about going through the Ice Nebula things, which I think I went ahead and did last episode, maybe the episode before that, I can't remember, but I think we already know how to get through it. So I was told that in order to do it, kind of flawlessly, I guess, in a way, is to go ahead and turn off the temperature thing that's on top of the cabin here. Turn that off and then try and charge as many things as you can, or have as many things as you can running off of the main power to go ahead and pull power from the reactor to go ahead and heat it up as much as you can to go ahead and keep your person from freezing to death. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I think I also figured out a way in how to go ahead and get our stuff to heat up so much to the point where we can go ahead and cool off very quickly. So let's drop that and go, and let's go ahead and get everything up and going here. So now we can go ahead and do this, and we can get everything going kind of flawlessly here. Not flawlessly, but get things going kind of smoothly here. So let's go ahead and get this going into here, and we need a power connector on that thing. Let's go ahead and take the power connector from the emergency lights here. We don't need that running on power, basically. Let's go ahead and turn that on now. We should be okay. Let me clean the filter and swap out the tanks right off the bat so we can go ahead and have a bit more time here, not having to worry about the tanks. And then we can take this guy out as well and swap it for the bad one, or the good one rather, and that can go ahead and hold us over for a little while here. And let's see, what else do we need? So we're going to leave the emergency lights off for right now. We will swap those on as we need them, and then we can go ahead and get the oxygenator up and going here so we can go ahead and start generating oxygen. And all we need in there is the battery, if I remember correctly, and then we need a pump in there as well. So let's get that going in there, and then that should be squared away. We can go ahead and turn it on so it starts filling those guys. And then we have a data connector cable that we can go ahead and put in this one over here, and hopefully we have some extra on-off buttons over in this thing. And we got really unlucky there. We have no extra on-off buttons. So that's going to be a little weird to do. I guess when we get to a point where we have no power, we can go ahead and swap the on-off buttons around there, so that's fine. We can go ahead and put a battery in there too before I forget, and then we need a fuse and stuff as well. So let's go ahead and put these away. So we can take the fuse and the data connector, the pump, not the fuse. And we don't have a room for a pump, so that's fine. We can go ahead and put the data connector in here, and that should hold us over for a little while here. Let's take the display thing and put it away as well. Actually, we have no room for it either, so we need a fuse in there, and we need a... What else do we need? We need a fuse and then an on-off button, right? That's all we need in there. So let's actually take the battery, or the fuse from this thing, and we can take the on-off button as well, and then we can break down these two items so that we don't really need them for anything, since we have extras in the cubby over there. So we can turn this on, strip this of parts, take that and chuck it over there because we don't have room to put it anywhere else. And then same thing with the pump there. So now we have 85 points ready to go. And then what we can go ahead and do is actually take these things out of there and put them back into this thing just for the time being. Or actually, yeah, let's put them back in here just in case we need these to actually turn on, because I'd rather have lights going than be in complete darkness. So we have that going. We need an on-off button on this thing whenever we do decide to use it. And then are we good over here? We're good on those guys. Let's swap these ones over to the error codes. Let's also open up this thing. So what I think I'm going to end up doing, right? I don't know if this is something that's advisable, because I've only tried it in a test thing, because I was trying to swap recording softwares and I needed to test my audio levels. So I was making as much noise in the cabin here as I could. And so taking this thing out, right? This is liquid nitrogen. And if you take all the tanks and you open all the tanks, you will blow up your little spaceship here, which is kind of cool. I didn't know you can do that, but it's pretty nice that you can. There's no cutscene or anything. It's just that you died from exploding your cabin. It's not anything fancy to see. But anyways, if we go ahead and heat up the cabin to a point where we're starting to die or the temperature's too hot in here, what I'm going to go ahead and try and do is take the nitrogen bottle and then open up the airlock and then open the nitrogen bottle so it's leaking into the room here, and hold it in my hand and open the door and start fanning out the hot air. So I know it works because you can get really cold by doing that, but I don't know if it's actually going to work in cooling off the reactor or whatever's causing the heat to make this room all hot like that. But we'll go ahead and give it a go, and if it works out, great. If it doesn't, then we're just going to end up dying. We need to make sure that we have enough air and stuff in the cabin before we actually do that, because if we run into that issue where we don't have enough air in here, we're just going to die regardless by suffocating or doing something else, basically, if we're not careful with it. So it's a little bit risky, but we're going to give it a go if we get around to that point where we need to go ahead and cool the cabin off at. So all of these are on battery power. We have the reactor down here that is currently offline. Let's actually get over here and open that so we can get into it. And these guys over here, I'm going to put near the airlock. I don't know if the airlock is actually going to suck these things out into space, but if it... Ooh, don't do that yet. No, 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 no. Is that closed? I don't know which one's closed. That's going to hang out here. I didn't mean to open that. Let's go ahead and close or put those things there. And if it opens the airlock and when we open the airlock, if it pulls those things out into space, then we're cool with that. So let's see. What can we do right now that's going to pull power from the main line here? Let's open up this and swap the battery out. And I guess we're not producing enough power on the line to actually power this thing. So let's turn off the oxygenator. That's actually on battery power, so that's not going to matter all that much. And what else do we have that we can turn off right now? The generator, I don't think is pulling power, but it might be pulling just a little bit of power. So let's actually turn that off. There we go. And are we still on battery power? We have another error code now, which I think is the A whatever one, and that's telling us that the batteries are low, I think. NA82 is a bad pump, or the pump is low. And then what was the other one? 2NOA? No, AR22. It is a dirty air filter. Let's go ahead and clear those really quick before we run into issues from that, which is pretty simple. And that also might clear the pump error too. Yeah, clear the pump error, so we should be fine for a little while here. And let's actually take that battery that we just took out of this thing and try and charge it. So we need a data connector and a fuse. Do we actually have fuses in here? Ooh, we do. Look at that. Sweet. So I should have looked through the storage here, which I didn't do yet, which was my bad. But we have a fuse in there. Do we have any of the power connector things? No, I don't think we actually ever spawn with those things. So let's actually put one of these in here, and then we can put that one here, I guess. I don't know what those actually do because they don't seem to do anything in this scenario that we're currently in. But the fuse is there, so now we need the power connectors. All we need in there so we can start pulling some power from the main line here. Let's actually put the battery in there to start, and then let's see what else we can grab from our storage here. So we had the 2 pumps in there, no filters. We have a fuse and the big fuse thing, and then we have 2 displays. Oh, we actually did have room for one of the displays, but we just have it floating around the cabin right now, so it's fine. So I'm trying to find one of the power connectors that we can actually put in there right now. I guess we can take this one. Did I put it in here? I didn't put it in here. Where did I put it? Oh, I put it over here with the atmosphere thing. And now we have 9 LOF, which I think is the one that I was thinking of. Low battery. Yeah, that's low battery. These ones are on battery power to the point where they are, I believe, turning off their display to try and save power because we're pulling enough power out of that thing over there right now. So we have 3 data connectors there, or not data connectors. We have 3 of the power connectors. We took the one out of here already. We can try and take this one and just have our emergency lights on. So let's do that. Let's turn those on, turn this off. We're going through an asteroid field right now. Let's take the power connector and put it into this. And then we can take the battery thing or the on off from that thing, and then we can also, I guess, turn our gravity back on. Now that we're out of the ice thing, we might make enough power to turn that thing back on, and then we need to turn our temperature thing back on as well, so we're not risking dying by getting too hot or too cold right now. We do need to keep an eye on this because as soon as we start getting into the red here, I'm going to give the nitrogen bottle door thing a go and see if that fixes the heat situation in here. We can take this battery since it's charged. We can swap these guys out, and then we can keep charging stuff. I'm going to keep charging as much as I can here to try and heat up our thing here as much as I can. So we are down to 10 minutes and 20 seconds just about. We need to take this battery next, I suppose. Actually, let me grab one from... Oh, yeah, let me take this one. Our gravity is still not up and running just yet, but it should kick on eventually. The temperature gauge is slowly climbing over there. This one is maxed out, though, but I think that's just telling us that it's going to be producing a ton of power if we let it run for that long. Oh, didn't want to chuck that. And we have gravity generating again. We had gravity generating for a split second there that we were able to walk, and then it's gone again, but here we go. Now we can. So we actually need to start charging these guys just so we're safe and have the batteries ready to go, or the oxygen and stuff ready to go. So let's take that, and we can actually put that into this thing right now so that we're actually kind of delaying having to worry about that right now. How's our temp looking? Our temp is about in between both of the reds on the thing there. So let's swap this guy out. And we'll go ahead and put this one in one of these guys. Our stuff is offline for some reason. Let's actually fix that really quick. Is our generator off? Our generator's not off. This thing is off. Let's go ahead and turn all these things back on. I guess it turned off when we hit the rocks right there. MPAA, I believe, is the bad fuses, so let's actually fix those. And we need a on-off button, so let's go ahead and take that one and put it there. And yeah, they are damaged, so let's go ahead and fix these. And how's our gauges looking? We are approaching the red on the pod temp there, so we need to be careful there. Atomic pile is getting kind of toasty, but not too bad that we're starting to suffer from any of the effects here. So we can swap out the fuses. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's turn the oxygenator back on. Yeah, you're good. Okay, never mind. Let's go ahead and take this guy too and swap it and fix it. Actually, we have a fuse. We have a fuse in here. So let's take that so we can keep this thing going instead of having any downtime here. And that should be good too. And then this one's probably bad as well. We'll go ahead and change that in a second too. What is beeping? Ooh, I didn't realize we caught on fire. Let's go ahead and fix this. And why is it on fire there of all places? Oh, the battery itself is on fire. That's not good. Please go out. There we go. We need to put that away really quick. And we need to start cooling our tank, or not our tank, our thing here, if we're able to. So let's put the battery in here right now, just so it's not flying around the cabin. Let's close the drawers. We are going to have a display port and a other thing floating around. And we need to turn all of our stuff back on because it keeps turning off. And we have a ton of error codes. That's not great. What is our temp looking like? Our temp is crazy high right now. Let's take this, plop it there, close that, open the door, and then turn this on, grab it, grab that, and open the door. And just start doing this over and over again. It's going to cool down crazy fast. I think. It doesn't seem like it's doing anything. It might be doing something. Let's actually close that. And we're actually out of nitrogen. Uh-oh. How are we looking on heat, though? We are good on heat. We should be okay, I think. The temperature on this thing is crazy high right now, though. And I guess that's what's going to kill us because it's not going down. We actually don't have any breathability right now, so I think we just killed ourselves. Please, please no die. Our tanks are completely empty. Oh, why did I let that happen? Oh, no, I didn't pay attention to that. Okay, so we are back in here with only 8.5 minutes to go. I think we were around 10 minutes there a second ago before we died, but so far so good. We haven't ran into too many issues here. We could turn that back on so we can go ahead and keep an eye on our temperature here. We are doing pretty decent right now. We are getting a little hot on the gauge there. Let's actually clear that. Our data cable is bad. Do we have a new data cable in here that we can swap it for? We do have some stuff going bad, but we're also able to go ahead and keep repairing these things. So no, we have a data cable there, but that is actually a bad data cable that we just took out of another machine here. We took it out of that thing there because it was bad. So we should be able to go ahead and repair this guy. It's only going to cost us 14 points. That's fine. Any of these fuses are bad? I don't think so. I think we swapped them all out. Actually, this one's bad. So let's take that. And I keep forgetting we can't take things out of machines when they're on. I keep doing that. Thankfully, we got hit there, so we got knocked loose. And let's go ahead and turn that back on. That's going to start producing that stuff. Let's actually put the fuse in here because it's bad. We can take that data cable and put it... Where did this need to go? I totally just spaced out on where it needed to go. Where did we just take this from? I don't know where we just took this from, honestly. Uh-oh. Hold on. Who needed a data cable? I don't remember. Oh, no. Somebody was bad. Who was bad? Who was bad? Who was bad? This guy's bad. Okay, this guy. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this and swap it. Now we are good. 9 loft, nothing. 9 loft. Okay, so let's actually repair one more of these so that we have an extra data cable going. We need to repair some of the fuses because those are about to be bad as well. And let's go ahead and repair one of the batteries, or charge one of the batteries rather, so that we have power for this stuff. And how's our temperature looking right now? We're about to get hit by electrical, so we need to turn the things off here in a second. And the batteries are charging. The oxygen tanks are just about full again, so we can turn that off. And let's see, 2 NOAs, battery power. These guys are offline, so I'm guessing maybe the fuses just went, or the batteries are dead. Never mind, so that's probably what it is. And the display port on that guy is bad. I'm not too worried about that. We have one in here, but it's not something we can actually use. And then the batteries are dead for these guys. Let's take this and swap it. I think we're just gonna have to deal with whatever damages come from having this stuff on, actually, because some of this stuff needs to keep running. We don't have batteries to run most of this stuff right now, so hopefully we don't break too much because we can't really afford it to break. We should be kind of cutting it close. I think, when we get through this storm. We have to turn everything back on really quickly, and then hopefully we can pull out of it, because I think these tanks are brand new. Yeah, for the most part, they're brand new, so we should be able to go ahead and meet the demand of the air and clean it out. So how far did that battery charge? We didn't charge the battery at all, I don't think. Did I not charge the battery? Where did I put the battery? Could have sworn I put it in the charger, or did I put it in something already? I am having brain farts galore today. The batteries are in there. We can't charge those right now because our reactor is offline, and our temperature one has 2 or 3 bars of battery left, so I think we'll probably end up taking it from there. When we make it through this storm, we can actually have those go and hopefully hold us over until the generator's able to go ahead and resume the power demands that we need. And no, we might have to turn everything on right now because we are dropping and dropping very fast. Okay, so let's turn this stuff on. Let's actually take the temperature gauge thing from here and plug it into this guy, because we are skating on thin ice here. Let's take that and put it in the drawer if we can, just so it's out of the way. And let's get back over there and see what's wrong with these guys, because they're beeping away. We don't have our emergency beacon thing running either. MPA, bad fuse, and battery power, and something else. I think the fuse doesn't matter right now, honestly, because the things are on battery power. They're not on main power right now. And we're back into the breathability range. That's nice. Okay, so we can turn this stuff off so we don't kill the batteries. And I don't think those things are going to drop that fast to have to plug everything back in. But we are through the electrical storm here, so we can actually switch all this stuff back on and start charging batteries and stuff as well. So let's actually get these things turned back on. We might need to go ahead and get the fuses up and running as well. I'm trying to think if we have any fuses. I think the ones that we have in storage right now are broken. Yeah, they're broken. So let me fix these really quick in this thing, and hopefully we have enough time to do that without running into any gauge issues here. We are a little cold, but we're not to the point where we're taking damage. So we're charging that thing up. We have an extra data cable if we need it. And the fuse is done already. The data cable goes into this drawer. Our data cable on this thing is actually bad again, so let's swap it out. That's 2 times this run it's broke. So we have 4.5 minutes left. We have a broken data cable in here. We need to keep an eye on, or keep in mind here, so we don't try and use it for something else. And the fuses on these guys are broken. So let's see. This guy's broken. That guy's broken. They're all broken again. So let's swap these guys out. Turn that back on, please. I don't know why everything just caught on fire there. That's not cool. We needed to put that into the other thing, actually, not there, but it's fine. Can I get to this before it takes too much damage? And I think we should be able to turn everything back on. Are we going through another asteroid field? I guess we are. I don't remember seeing the little warning sign that was coming, but I guess I must have just skipped over it. I don't remember seeing it. Let's get this back in here, unless there's something else on fire, in which case we are not in a good place. But is that enough to repair that? We need 40 for a fuse? Are you crazy? Okay, well, I guess that's not happening. The other fuse is not any better. Is this fuse broken? Like super broken? Or does this just need a couple points? This just needs a couple points. Okay, let's repair that. Our timer is broken again. The data cable broke instantly as soon as we put it back in there. That's kind of a bummer. And we grab that and put this in here. Oh, no! No, 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 no! Oh, I did not just do that. Oh, we got hit loose. No, we didn't get hit loose. Oh, dang it. All right, that's actually going to go ahead and be it for today's episode. I think next episode's going to start off with us maybe like 2 or 3 minutes out from completing that run, so we can actually see what we unlock for the 25-minute run. But for right now, that's actually going to go ahead and be it for today's episode. So hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.